Hello everyone, Angela here with Turo Family Chiropractic and your weekly PSA or Piece of Salutogenic Advice. So continuing to talk about healing and healing through movement this month long, so really just continuing to encourage being active and moving and making sure that you're moving your body the way that it is designed to be moved, so that you can continue to allow your body to do what it is designed to do, which is be self-healing and self-regulating. Talk about, because when we think about movement, a lot of the times we think about exercise, we think about going to the gym, which is absolutely a very important part of our overall health. But what is even more important than simply getting there, getting to the gym, doing your exercise, is making sure that you're doing it properly, making sure that your form is correct, making sure that you are really starting at the basics and have a good basic strength in your core and your legs and your glutes, and making sure that with every exercise that you go into, no matter if you're doing something more on the lighter and easier side, or if you're doing something on the more heavy, extreme, intense side, that you are going into it in a mindful way and that you're going into it with proper form. And a perfect example of this is when you're working on core exercises, so anything that's engaging the abdominals. A lot of the times we do the exercise and we assume that the act of doing the exercise, so let's use a sit-up for example, we assume the act of doing a sit-up is going to automatically hit all of the muscles that we think that it's hitting, that it's going to engage all those muscles in the core. There are a lot of deep muscles in your core that we can't see. You can't really even feel it from the outside. They're called your internal abdominals, but from the inside you can really, if you learn how to engage them and engage them correctly, that's when you really can start to feel those abdominal exercises. And it's really, really important to make sure that that inner core is getting engaged, and that you're not simply relying on those external muscles that we think of more often. They're the ones, the kind of classic six-pack muscles that we think of when we think of, when someone has abs. But what is really more important are the ones that you can't see, the ones underneath, the ones really deep and surrounding the spine, because that's going to really, really help protect your spine, especially of the low back. And a strong core, strong inner core is so crucial to protecting that low back, to preventing injury, to making sure that you're not, going to be one of those people that bends over to pick up a pen off the floor and your back goes out. That all comes with having that really, really strong inner core. And I see this all the time as a personal trainer when I'm working with people at the gym. If they're not doing an exercise correctly, that's really going to be the difference between kind of feeling it, sort of feeling that soreness the next day versus not. So, I actually had a client come in today that I saw on Monday. And Monday we really spent a lot of time working on embracing, engaging that inner core, working on that pelvic tilt, really making sure that we were doing the exercises slowly, correctly, and engaging all of the intended and all the correct muscles. And she came in today and was saying how all day yesterday, anytime she had to cough or sneeze or laugh, anything that engages those abdominal muscles, just how sore she really was, and how much she realized that she was doing it correctly on Monday, which also made her realize that maybe she was not doing it correctly some of those other times. So it really, really is important, whether you're brand new to exercise or whether you've been doing it for a while, to kind of take a step back, make sure that you are doing things correctly. I even need to remind myself sometimes, like, don't rush through a workout. Always focus on form first. It's always good to kind of take a day. I like to take a day and just kind of get back to the basics. So do kind of basic stuff that I used to do back in physical therapy for my low back or for my shoulder or for my hip. Things that I've done as part of a rehab from past injuries, and I kind of get back to those basics, and I'll just kind of incorporate that into a slower, more intentional exercise to really, again, kind of slow down, take that step back, make sure that I'm really focusing and hitting all the right areas, make sure that I'm not neglecting anything. Those slower, really controlled exercises are a great way to kind of check in with yourself, make sure that you're hitting the muscles you're intending to hit, and make sure that you're doing so with proper form, so that you can continue to do the exercises for well into your later years of life. So that is your weekly PSA. Make sure you guys are checking in on your form, whether it's at the gym or lifting something at home. Or just kind of going about your day-to-day. Make sure that you are doing so with proper form to give yourself the best chance possible for having a long, healthy, and strong, active life. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you the same time next week. Have a wonderful day.